Hey everyone, today I'm going to talk about the 3 T's of stress to the nerve system and how that can affect your overall health and well-being. If you're watching for the first time, my name's Dr. Sandy. If you've been watching and you're coming back again, welcome back. I appreciate it. And let's just jump right into it. So I'm going to talk about the 3 types of stress. It's called the 3 T's, and this was actually developed by D.D. Palmer. And what he found through his research, and he's the founder of Chiropractic, but he was obviously looking at people, looking at patients, looking for patterns. He found that stress on the nerve system came into these big 3 categories. So the first one is physical trauma. So this would be things like slips, falls, accidents, car accidents, obviously if you play in sports and if you take a hit or something like that, any type of physical trauma, someone falls down the stairs, they fall off a ladder or something like that, falling on the ice, those kind of slips and falls, if they shift and put a pressure in the spine and things move, it can lead to health problems in the body. So he was very aware of that. So that was the big one. So that's trauma. So that's the first T. There's also something called micro traumas. These are things like poor posture, carrying a backpack. So that's not like you're getting hit, but carrying something for a long period of time, like a backpack, sitting in front of your computer all day for 6, 7, 8, 9 hours plus, that's a trauma to the spine over time. It does wear and tear. And not only will it affect the nerve system, but structurally, that's wear and tear on the joints, on the bones. The muscles will be obviously imbalanced, inflammation response in the body. So not a good thing. So we want to be aware of trauma. So there's the big ones, the macro traumas, slip, falls, accidents, sports injuries. But then there's the micro traumas. That's like the posture, sitting in front of a computer and doing things like that. It might be even a job where it's not physically heavy if you do one unit, but you're kind of doing the same thing all day and it's just very repetitive. That over time, it would also be a trauma potentially to the body and specifically the spine as well. The next T is toxins. So what we ingest, the chemicals we get exposed to, actually affects the nerve system. And again, I think the vision of D.D. Palmer to say that the brain and the nerve system are the master systems of the body. All function, all harmony in the body is run through the nerve system. Our thinking, our breathing, our movement, our healing, all run by the nerve system. So it's something we want to make sure that it's healthy, operating at the full level, and we want to protect it. So toxins would be things that you eat and ingest. So alcohol is hard on the nerve system. Caffeine is hard on the nerve system. So I've mentioned this before, but I have now, since last year in 2024, I pretty much stopped. All alcohol is gone, all caffeine is gone. I'm in 2025 now, feeling great, very happy about my decision. Not that I was big into alcohol or caffeine anyhow, but it's nice to just get rid of it, and I just want my nerve system to be at the highest level. So if you're listening to this, yes, this would be the coffees and the teas. Let's talk about that. So what can you do as a substitute? Honestly, hot milk, herbal teas, peppermint teas. But I would just tell you that if you can have less caffeine, your body and specifically your nerve system will be better for it. Obviously, alcohol is a negative on the body. It's hard on the nerve system. The less alcohol you have in your body, obviously that's a positive as well. So we want to drink water, fresh juices. And again, we're not going for perfection. Do the best you can, even if you reduce. But if you can eliminate it, I think that would be a great thing. We should be mindful of the foods we're eating. If we're eating highly processed foods, lots of sugars and things like that, very hard on the body, hard on the nerve system, we're seeing more of an inflammation response. So water would obviously be critical. Like I said, juices. One thing I'm still working on, I do like my sweets. So I've dropped the other stuff. I'm trying to reduce. That's something I'm kind of working on, but I got to work on reducing sweets as well. Thoughts. So what we think about. So this is the third T, and I saved it as the last one because it's so critical, but what we think about. And I'm going to expand, what we're thinking, what we're listening to, what we're reading, who we're talking to, how we think will actually affect the nerve system. When you think about it, when you get really worried about something, if you get very angry, think about how your physiology changed. Think about what that's doing to your heart rate, your breathing rate when you get upset or you get worried. If you get worried enough, you may not be even breathing enough or something. So it affects our physiology, and that's going through the nerve system. So if we're constantly getting stressed, if we're constantly worried, it's a negative on the nerve system, and that will lead to health problems down the road. So we want to ensure that the body and specifically the nerve system is healthy. So what can we do to relax? Exercising, stretching, meditation, prayer. These are powerful things, and they really help. They are a positive for the nerve system. So we're doing everything in our power. I think a lot of our culture talks about heart health, which is critical. We know about the teeth and dentistry and different things like that, but there has to be more education, more awareness of the nerve system, because that's how the brain and body communicate, and they're powerful. And the most powerful thing you can also do to help the nerve system is make sure you're seeing a chiropractor, you're getting adjusted. The goal of chiropractic is to optimize that brain-body connection, optimize nerve system function. That's what separates us as a profession, is that we are focused on nerve function, nerve flow, brain-body communication. And when we have that, you will feel better, you will heal better, the whole body works better, not just the muscles, the organs, your thinking, just every system works better because we have that brain-body communication. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please reach out to us, call, text us, just a question if you have. We're at 905-896-3393. You can visit us on the web at gopowerflow.com. And you know what I would love? If you got value out of this video, please like, share, subscribe, pass this video on to someone else who may just need to hear that message. But that would be awesome. Let's make sure that every time we learn something, we're sharing, we're helping people. Let's come from that place. I think that's going to be a good thing. And wishing you all the best. And I'm just going to close with this. So I'm actually having a class on May 27th from 6:15 to 6:45. Tuesday night. It's going to be in my office, and it's a free class on just what are other things you can do to get the best results for care. Now, this is for patients, but guests are welcome as well. And we're just going to talk about some of the things I've read, some of the things I'm personally doing to try to optimize my health. It's a free class. I'd love to see you there. But again, if you have any questions, reach out to us, 905-896-3393. Call, text. God bless you.